Hello, I'm back in July for my Ajovy injection, which I do monthly, and I make monthly videos with the injections just to help people who might be using Ajovy or Aimovig or another CGRP inhibitor for chronic migraine, and to keep a record of my progress with the migraines and with my recovery from Post Concussion Syndrome, which is a TBI, a traumatic brain injury I received from a rear end car accident February 1st, 2018. And so it's 17 months since my accident, and it's been a really long, hard road. My progress has been much slower and just more frustrating than I ever anticipated. So I meant to do this yesterday, and yesterday was a hard day. So I'm here today, and yesterday I had to make an appointment that I'm really nervous about for something different. I had a mammogram recently. I'm so emotional. This is a symptom of PCS or TBI, to get extremely emotional, but this is also an emotional issue. So everything is probably fine, but I have to have biopsies on one of my breasts. So I had to make that appointment yesterday, and the, the way it was described to me, the procedure was really just unusual, and it seems kind of scary and uncomfortable, and I'm just not looking forward to it. So that happened, and I had to walk to the dentist yesterday. So I just had a lot going on, and my migraine was worse. So this morning I woke up feeling better than usual. Mornings are often hard. So this morning was better, which is great. And I got up and took Phoenix for a walk. Not a long walk, but before we even had breakfast. And it's been a long time since I've done that. So it felt good, and the weather's been beautiful. We even went to the beach a couple days ago to the dog beach. So that was really a nice day. I did maybe pay for it later than with the worst migraine, and then yesterday, the next day was yesterday. That was a rough day for many reasons. So anyway, I want to talk about the way your my Ajovy comes. So it's in a styrofoam cooler, and it is delivered by my pharmacy, by a specialty pharmacy, not my regular one. And remember, I have Medicaid. I have Medi-Cal, which is California's version of Medicaid. So it might be a little different if you have good private insurance or something else. But mine comes in the styrofoam cooler with an ice pack, and it comes like this. So there's this little card, and I learned something about this that I want to share with you. This is a temperature indicator card, and I realized even if you leave this out for days, the this little thing won't turn pink, because it says limit marker, temperature limit exceeded when red pink appears. So if that little white dot in the blue is red or pink, I thought that meant that the medication wasn't good because it's refrigerated, right? But this doesn't turn, if you leave it out for days on your counter or something in your house, it stays pink. And I was really confused about that, but I called the pharmacy, and the truth is this does not indicate the Ajovy, or the Ajovy has been too warm too long. It only indicates whether extreme heat, whether it's been in extreme heat. I don't know what the exact temperature is, but the truth is you could leave this out for days, and the Ajovy or Aimovig or whatever could have been damaged, or its effectiveness could be affected, and you wouldn't know from this. So this isn't as helpful as I assumed it was, now that I know the truth. Moving on from that, so then you'll want to check your the dosage and make sure it's right here. Make sure that your dosage is correct, right? Mine is 225 milligrams, or 1.5 meters. So 225 milligrams I inject monthly, and that's, I think, what most people do. But Ajovy also has an option to take 3 doses at once every 3 months. So take it out of the box. Oh, lived here. That's much better. And there are instructions which I read or had my son help me with the first time. And they also have something guiding you to their website. And I visited that a long time ago. And then there's your, what is this? Needle. I'm looking for another word. Syringe. It's pre-filled with the medication. You just take off the cap, sterilize the injection site, inject it at either, you pinch your skin. I'll show you, inject it at a 45 or 90 degree angle. I've found 90 degree angle to be better for me. So let me get I'm going to sterilize my leg. I do it on my leg, but you can do it like your stomach, or I don't remember where else. Maybe arm. I like it in my bigger muscles personally. I'm kind of a small person, tall but thin. So, excuse me. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to lower this so you can see what I'm doing. So do it right here. You can see that. And I can't remember which leg I did last time, so I'm just doing my left leg. And then remember where you put your syringe. There it is. Take the cap off. And you can see it's a pretty thin needle. It's not terrible, right? Pinch an area. I like just right in the middle of my thigh. It doesn't really hurt, and you just push the thing. It hurts a little bit. I don't want to say it doesn't hurt at all, but it's not a big deal usually for me. And then my sharps container is in my bathroom, so you're not supposed to put the cap back on, but I'm going to right now until I put it in there, just so I don't hurt myself, because I'm really forgetful and kind of clumsy and just unsteady with my brain injury. Sorry, I'm really nauseous all of a sudden. It's not from the Ajovy, most likely. One of the symptoms I have is nausea, and I have dizziness too. So my Post Concussion Syndrome symptoms are like having a concussion all the time. So I have those symptoms almost always, well, pretty much always, but different degrees. So, I'll be kind of okay, and then all of a sudden, start getting really that tightening of the throat and saliva going on, and then my stomach starts going. No fun, but that's over. The injection's done. Water helps the nausea, just sipping little water. And I did have therapy today too, so I should be resting. But since I didn't do this last night, I wanted to do it first. It's important to me to take it on time consistently. Now, I want to talk about whether it's helping me. Today is a pretty good day, okay? I'm talking pretty well, right? I think. And I'm tired, but I'm not like completely wiped out. I did rest for 30 minutes and eat lunch and stuff after therapy before doing this, but it was a better day pain-wise so far, and even the brain fog and nausea and tinnitus, everything's a little mellower today, maybe like a 3 to 4 on a scale of 10, whereas usually it's 4 to 7, and 3 is my lowest. So today is a pretty good day, and it's been, I don't know, at least 5 days since I've had symptoms in migraine or nausea or other symptoms that have been over like 8 or over a 7. So that's really good, but overall I don't feel very encouraged by my rate of progress, I guess. I still have a migraine all the time. It's just, goes from this, like a 3, up to a 10 or off the charts. And most days are between like a 4 to 7, but within one day it can do all of that, start out at a 7, go up to a 10, go down to a 5, go even a 3 in one day. That can happen. Most of the time, on worst days, it stays pretty bad the whole day. It tends to be the worst in the mornings when I first wake up, and later in the evenings and in nighttime. Then it gets harder to sleep and stay asleep. But sorry, I'm getting a lot of pressure here, and the nausea is kind of, but I did just eat a little while ago, and this is just normal now. So what else did I want to tell you before I go? So I about my progress. I have the windows open. It's so beautiful outside. So sorry for the noise. Progress. Okay, so my therapies, the only therapy I have right now is vestibular therapy, which is like the balance, the nausea, dizziness, tinnitus stuff is all connected. It's this vestibular system, your ears. Anyway, what am I trying to say? Oh, progress. So my vestibular therapist is saying that she expects to see more progress. I'm sorry. By this point in therapy, she expects more progress, more improvement in symptoms, and I'm not improving or minimal improvement. And then last week, I had no therapies because she was away, and I felt my symptoms had been getting a little worse those few weeks I had therapies. I think I had vestibular therapies for, well, today was my 9th or 10th. And I usually go twice a week, but not always. So I'm really that was hard to hear from her, and I'm really frustrated and disappointed. I fought really hard to get vestibular therapy. I had to fight my insurance, the Medicaid, for months and months since last July, and it just started, I think, this May. So I fought for 10 months for vestibular therapy, and I'm getting it, and the therapist is saying she's not sure it's working, and by now I should have made more progress, and my symptoms should be decreasing, and that's not really happening yet. So I'm worried that she's not going to want to continue much longer if I don't start improving more soon. So I feel a little pressure to do better, to have less symptoms somehow, and worried that this might not be the right thing. She said there might be another type of therapy that would help more, or some other treatment I could try, but she doesn't have recommendations. She doesn't know what I should try, and I'm still fighting the insurance to get a doctor that oversees all my TBI treatment and decides what's working, what's not working, what should I try, what should I stop doing, and monitoring progress and helping me get disability and I don't know, all of that. It's just been too long. So, but, and my neurologist who prescribed the Ajovy is a migraine specialist only. She's told me up front she doesn't treat brain injuries. There's no brain injury specialty even at her facility. So she's not helpful in that area. And it's likely if I have a TBI doctor eventually that my insurance won't pay both, or even that the new doctor could also be just as helpful with migraines. I don't know. So I might not even be able to keep this doctor, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I just want my brain to get better, and I'm continuing to feel really kind of hopeless about that, about how about surviving because I can't really work. I'm so exhausted now from talking to you. I just feel like everything is so hard, and the therapists say it's because my brain is constantly trying to overcome the deficits, and like the old pathways are gone. They're broken, they're whatever. They're not there anymore. Some of them, not all, thank goodness. And so my brain has to compensate all the time, everything I do, and at the same time, it has to build new pathways, which our brains are really good at. We're really resilient, and our brains can change even, after brain injury, even in old age. So it can build new pathways, but it's taking so much time and energy, and that's why I'm so exhausted all the time and so symptomatic. I keep having these symptoms, so I just have to pace myself and rest and eat all the time. I only eat a little at a time, I guess, but I need to eat every few hours. I need to rest. Everything I do, I have to stop and rest before I do the next thing. So it's a learning to pace myself, learning to recognize when I need to stop, and adjusting to a new normal, and accepting it's a new acceptance every day that this is where I am today. So just keep reminding myself to be that lady whose brain only can be happy after her brain injury. I'm just trying to remember to smile and pretend to be that person, and hope for the best. That's all I can do. But thanks so much for following me, and let me know your story below. Thanks. See you soon. Bye-bye.